Have you ever wondered how the United States Army, one of the world's most powerful military forces, came into existence? Well, our journey begins in the 18th century, a time of revolution and change. In the year 1775, the American Revolutionary War was just beginning. The 13 colonies sought independence from British rule, and they needed a unified force to stand against the might of the British Empire. Thus, the Continental Army was born. This new force was primarily composed of ordinary citizens, not professional soldiers. They were farmers, merchants, and craftsmen, united by a common cause. Yet, despite their lack of formal military training, these citizen soldiers faced the challenges of war with courage and determination. Their early period was marked by a series of ups and downs. There were victories, like the pivotal Battle of Saratoga, where the Continental Army proved its mettle by defeating a major British force. But there were also trials and hardships, such as enduring the harsh winter at Valley Forge. Through it all, they remained resilient, driven by the dream of a free and independent nation. The Revolutionary War finally came to an end in 1783 with the Treaty of Paris, and the United States of America was officially recognized as a sovereign nation. But what would become of the Continental Army? The answer came in the following year, 1784, when the United States Army was formally established. This marked a significant transition. The newly formed United States Army took on the responsibility of safeguarding the nation's sovereignty. It was no longer just a makeshift force rallying against an oppressor, but a permanent institution designed to defend the nation and its interests. From a ragtag group of citizen soldiers, the United States Army was formally born, setting the stage for its development into a global military power. And as we'll see, this was just the beginning of a long and storied history. How did a modest post-Revolutionary War force transform into a modern military entity? This transformative journey of the United States Army began in the early 19th century, with the War of 1812 and the Mexican-American War marking significant milestones. During the War of 1812, the U.S. Army faced enormous challenges, from a lack of resources to training deficiencies. However, this period of struggle was also a time of expansion and modernization. The Army learned valuable lessons about the importance of a robust and well-trained force. The establishment of West Point Military Academy in 1802 played a critical role in this process, providing a formal education for future Army officers. The Mexican-American War, which unfolded from 1846 to 1848, saw the U.S. Army grow in size and strength. The conflict also led to advancements in military strategy, with the Army adopting new tactics and technologies. Innovations like the telegraph and the steam-powered warship revolutionized communication and transportation, setting the stage for a more modern military. The Civil War era marked another significant period of expansion and modernization for the Army. The conflict's scale and intensity led to the development of new weapons such as the Gatling gun and the introduction of ironclad warships. The Army also saw a dramatic increase in its ranks, from around 16,000 at the start of the war to nearly 1 million by its end. This expansion was accompanied by a shift in tactics, with the Army moving from traditional line and column formations to more flexible and effective strategies such as trench warfare. The Civil War also marked the beginning of the Army's transition from a volunteer force to a professional military organization. The introduction of conscription, or mandatory military service, was a crucial step in this direction. Moreover, the establishment of the Medal of Honor in 1862 served to recognize and reward acts of valor, fostering a culture of excellence within the Army. These conflicts not only expanded the Army's size and capabilities, but also pushed it towards modernization. And so, the United States Army evolved from a modest post-revolutionary force into a formidable, technologically advanced military entity. How did the two world wars shape the United States Army? As the tides of conflict rose at the start of the 20th century, the United States Army found itself thrust into the global spotlight. During World War I, the Army expanded dramatically from a force of less than 200,000 to over 4 million, becoming a pivotal player in the Allied victory. The war also marked the Army's first significant use of emerging technologies such as tanks and aircraft, forever changing the face of warfare. Then came World War II, a conflict that would redefine the Army once more. The Army mobilized over 11 million soldiers, playing a crucial role in both the European and Pacific theaters. This period saw the Army harness the power of advanced technologies, from radar systems to the atomic bomb, shaping the future of military warfare. Following the end of World War II, the United States Army didn't retreat into the shadows. Instead, it took center stage during the Cold War, a period of geopolitical tension between the United States and the Soviet Union. The Army's strategy evolved, shifting focus from massive armies clashing on battlefields to a more nuanced approach, balancing nuclear deterrence with conventional and unconventional warfare. The Army also saw a significant restructuring during this time. The creation of the Department of Defense in 1947 led to the Army becoming one of its 3 military departments, alongside the Navy and the newly created Air Force. This structure, still in place today, ensures greater coordination and cooperation amongst the different branches of the military. In the technological arena, the Cold War period saw the Army pioneering advancements in missile technology, leading to the development of intercontinental ballistic missiles, or ICBMs, a cornerstone of modern military strategy. The World Wars and the Cold War era not only defined the Army's role on the global stage, but also cemented its place as a leading force in military technology and strategy. The United States Army, shaped by the crucible of conflict, continues to evolve, always prepared to face the challenges of an ever-changing world. In the 21st century, how does the history of the United States Army continue to shape its present and future? The United States Army's narrative unfolds further in this era, with its involvement in numerous conflicts and peacekeeping missions worldwide. The dawn of this century has seen the Army continually adapt, utilizing cutting-edge technology and innovative strategies. From unmanned drones to sophisticated cyber warfare, the Army's capabilities continue to evolve at an unprecedented pace. Yet, amidst this technological revolution, the lessons from its past remain deeply embedded. The strategies devised in the trenches of World War I, the unity fostered during World War II, and the resilience tested in Vietnam, all these historical experiences continue to guide its current operations and mold its future directions. From its humble beginnings in the Revolutionary War to its current status as a global military power, the United States Army holds a history filled with growth, challenges, and innovation. This history not only shaped the Army we see today, but continues to influence its future.